What's up there, guys? Drone worship in your face. And today we're going to be doing a Bebop 2 reset. Sorry for the lighting. It's late at night. I just got off of work. It's the only time I have to really work on these videos. We're going to do a Bebop 2 reset because I noticed that this is flying really weird, a lot stranger than it normally would, and I feel like there's something bugged up in the firmware. I also noticed that my battery is having a lot of issues maintaining proper telemetry. I get really good flight times, but it seems to be stalling the battery really bad and getting stuck and freezing the telemetry. So I thought today would be like the perfect time to go ahead and do a hard reset. This is my first one with the Bebop 2. I've never done this before. I think this will be a good learning experience for all of us. All you're really going to need is your phone or your tablet that you connect this with, and from there I'll show you guys the rest of the steps. So let's get going. Let's do this thing. Alrighty guys, what is going on there? So first thing you need to do is turn this on and make sure that you have ample room for propellers to not hit things. Make sure that you got a clear running up. If you want to, hold it down at first, that way in case you have to unclip the battery, you can do that. You can slide down because we are going to be doing this inside, so make sure you have room for the props to all spin without hitting anything. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and turn it on. I'm going to keep one finger on it just in case I have to slide the battery out for any reason at all. I'm going to have my finger on the clip and I'm going to be ready to pull up and push backwards so I can eject the battery if needed. We're going to let this thing do a complete startup, get all the way through its normal process, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to hold the power button down for 15 seconds. So I'm going to let things boot up and get a little comfortable and let it get going. It seems like it's doing its thing right now. It's not too shabby. So I hear it booting up. Let me make sure that the Wi-Fi connection is available on my phone so I can make sure it's completely booted. Still waiting to see Bebop 2 on my phone. We're waiting for the process to go all the way through on my device here. There it is. So now we know that it is booted up. It is ready for connection. It's all ready to go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the power button and I'm going to hold it down for 15 seconds, and then we're going to let it go and we're going to see if we can get this thing to factory reset. Now remember, this quad has been having a lot of problems, so let's kick this off here. I am going to hold it down in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let it go and just wait. Okay, this thing is going to do a bunch of stuff. Now I know you feel like something's gone wrong. You have no idea what it's doing. It's why did the fan shut off? What is happening here? It's not doing anything. Just wait. Okay, this thing is going to turn on and off a bunch of times. It's going to flicker. There's going to be lights. It's hard resetting all the data. It's putting everything back into out of state. And remember, I did fully charge this battery. Okay, I want this to calculate what the telemetry of the battery currently is while it's accurate. All right, so that's why I fully charged this battery and put it back in there. I want to see if it's going to reset the BMS, battery management system, or PIP, whatever you want to call it, inside of here. As you can see, it's doing things. It's resetting itself right now. Don't touch it. It's going to go through a bunch of little factors. We're going to wait this out, and when it's done, we will go ahead and get it connected again. Now remember, all of this isn't going to take effect until after it's done its whole little flashy bindy thing, whatever it's going through right now. I have no idea. I'm not a Parrot tech, so I have no clue what processes it's actually doing right now, but I'm assuming it's erasing everything that it knows and starting over from scratch. So you will have to do probably a compass calibration, a flat calibration, all of that stuff when this is done with. All I'm doing is showing you how to do a hard reset. Everything else is inside the app menu when you get connected to your device again. And don't forget, this is probably going to immediately need to do an update because there are updates available. So we're going to let this go through the process, then we're going to start it up again and make sure everything's working. As you can see, it's still resetting itself. It's still doing things. So we're going to let this play out here, guys. Okay. I think it may almost be done with its reset. To give you an idea of how long this roughly takes, we're going to see if the fan stays on or if it shuts off at all. If the fan just stays on, then what we're going to do is we're going to turn the entire unit off. I just want to make sure it's finished its entire process before I do anything else, okay? So what I'm going to do now is go into settings. I'm going to go to Wi-Fi again. I see Bebop 2 is currently up there, but I want to make sure, so I'm going to make sure it's not an old one by hitting refresh. Refresh. Let's see if Bebop 2 is still available. Yes, it is. It is still showing that I can connect to Bebop 2, which means this has completed its factory data reset. It's ready to be turned off and restarted again and reconnected to your app, and then you have to go through all of the fun stuff. So it's really not hard to reset the Bebop 2. Okay, it's 2019. Most of these videos that show how to do this were in 2017. I just wanted to show you that there's no real new procedure to resetting the Bebop 2. It's pretty standard across the board. Okay, it's been the same since the day it came out up until now. So there's no difference. You know, even with firmware updates, you don't have to worry about whether there's a proper way to set it up. It's done, it's ready. So I'm going to go ahead and click it once and turn it off. We're going to wait for the final shutdown. Then I'm going to go ahead and turn it back on again. And I'm going to get it connected to my phone this time. Now remember, this has been completely reset. So all of your settings inside of your phone or your app for FreeFlight Pro are not there anymore. You're going to have to set this up to the way you like to fly it previous to this. Okay, so let's see if it offers a firmware update out the whole. It's probably going to force me to do one. I will let you guys know in a sec. Let me turn my brightness all the way down so my phone can actually make out the screen. Let me see if you guys can actually see this on here. I'm going to tap the camera real quick. Yep, okay, so you can see the apps on there. Good. I'm actually going to turn it up just a tad. I'm going to turn it up to like 8%. Maybe a little bit easier for you guys to see. Let me pull down the Wi-Fi. I am going to go to settings. And as you can see, Bebop 2 is right there. I'm going to connect to Bebop 2. This is checking the IP address, connected. So now guys, what I'm going to do is start a screen recording, and we're going to switch over to the screen recording. I'm not going to turn any of this off. I'm just going to switch right to a screen recording app, and we're going to go from there. So I'll see you guys in a second. Let's find out what's changed here and what I need to do, okay? See you guys in a sec. Okay, so as you can see, it is properly reset here. If I click on it, I do see that the Wi-Fi is currently working, but it says calibrate your drone. You will need to calibrate your drone to fly outdoors. So like I said, when you first get reset, you're going to have to do all these things. That includes a compass and probably a flat calibration. So let's go back here. Now I do see a battery warning, which is interesting. Let's see what it says here. So it says the battery's at 92%, but it's giving me a calibration error. Okay, the product is Bebop 2, software version, hardware version, GPS version, serial, flights. It says I've had 42 flights with this unit. Sounds about right. Total flight time, 4 hours and 32 minutes, 51 seconds. Never had a motor error with this unit, so that's good. Alright, let's go back here. Let's see if there is an update available. And there you go. It says connect to the internet. I do have the Sky Controller 1 over there. So let's go ahead and we're going to disconnect from the drone, and we're going to connect to Wi-Fi. We're going to connect to our standard house network here. I'm going to go back. Then I'm going to wait and see if these okay, it says up to date and up to date. That's interesting. I'm going to click on it anyways. I guess both of these are up to date. That is good. That means that it did not reset. That's interesting to me. I thought it would reset the firmware. Apparently it did not. It did perform a hard reset, but apparently the firmware that's installed on it, it stays on there. So let's go to connect again. We will go back, and then we'll push the back button again. We'll wait for the video feed to pop back up. It says I have 90% battery. So this should have started at 99%, which is good. It means it's leveled 10% of the battery doing the update, if everything is working correctly, it may have actually reset this battery during the update. So this is something I did want to test. Let's see if I can do a flat calibration where it's at right now. We'll go to here, and then I will hit flat trim. Put your drone on a flat surface, press the button, the white line should parallel with the horizon. Okay, calibrate. Is that right? Is it being stupid? Interesting. Flat trim, calibrate. Okay, this is a pretty flat table. Looks good to me, I guess. Let's try the other one here. We'll do the calibration. Okay, this one I'm probably going to have to do outside, so I think this is where we are going to stop this here. You guys should just be able to follow the directions. It'll show you how to do the magnetometer, the compass. It'll show you how to do the compass calibration. Okay, so that's it, man. That's pretty much how you do a Bebop 2 hard reset, and apparently it doesn't erase the firmware, so that's good to know. And I think we're good to go. That battery is still draining off slowly, so the telemetry does not look like it's stuck anymore. This is also good to know, so I will fully charge this battery. Actually, I'll drain it off, then I'll fully recharge it, and we'll see if a hard reset of the drone recalibrated the battery as well. This will be good information for all of you, I think. So, drone worship, and I'm out of here, guys. Don't forget to never drop stying. Alright? Toodaloo.